Alright folks, Pachini's Idiot, we are back. Play Criminal Case on Facebook. We're going to be uploading this to YouTube. However, if you guys want to see us live, we're over at twitch.tv/SecretAgentAce88. Let's head over to the next case. Giving Up the Ghost. Oh. Ace, I fear the takeover of Stonewall Prison by Vittorio Capecci's Italian gang is just the tip of the iceberg as far as the mobster's activities in Coyote Gorge are concerned. We need to delve deeper into Capecci's exploits in the region, and what better place to start than Devil's Ridge, one of the district's major trading posts. I must say, I'm looking forward to the cheer of a bustling town. I just hope there won't be too many horses about. Oh, Bon Temps, I've forgotten about your fear of horses. Sure, you don't want me to take over while you stay on the airship? Those will protect you if any of the dastardly animals try to get on board. Are you saying a horse would be capable of boarding the airship? Oh, Maddie, I see you're just jesting with me, but yes, I really must overcome my equinophobia for the greater good of Concordia. Ace, on we go to Devil's Ridge. Ace, I was under the impression that Devil's Ridge was a bustling metropolis, but there isn't a soul in sight. All the windows are dark and dust-ridden. It's a veritable ghost town. Unless this spot today, I see a lone light emitting from one of the windows near the main square. Let's go take a look. YouTube is better than Twitch. At this current moment, it doesn't pay me anything really right now with the advertiser stuff, so it's definitely not better than Twitch. I can tell you that right now. Strange necklace. Where's the torch? Interesting. Only 2 clues. I think we usually actually do normally 2 clues. Oh, this must have gotten released earlier. Mon Dieu, Ace, you found a man hanging from a tree. Did he take his own life? You're right, the victim's hands have been tied, which means he can't have hanged himself. He has to have been murdered. This is certainly not the welcome I expected when we... Oh, good Lord, Will Wyoming is dead. You gave me a fright, good sir. Who might you be? Walter Abernathy at your service. I'm the town postman. I'm glad to see there's at least one living soul in this town. Please wait here, Mr. Abernathy. Senior Trooper Ace will want to have a word with you shortly. Ace, if your victim's name is Will Wyoming, then this bolo tie must be his. The initials WW are engraved upon it. There's also some white powder all over the pendant. Let's collect a sample. Ace, a dead body in a ghost town may not have been what we expected to find Devil's Ridge. We shall leave no stone unturned in our quest to find the killer. Yep, so there's a suspect. And I gotta grab a bunch of stars, so I will see you guys in a little bit. This is my Pachini's Idiot. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pachini's Idiot, we are back. My criminal case on Facebook. Let's talk to Walter now that we've gotten a bunch of stars. Mr. Abernathy, what can you tell us about Will Wyoming, the man we found hanging from a tree in the center of Devil's Ridge? Oh, well, Will was a Devil Ridger, born and bred. He grew up here in this town, but he'd been away for a while, yes sirree. Anywho, he came back a couple days ago and stopped by my post office to pick up some stamps and whatnot. Well, now it seems like you're the only person left in Devil's Ridge. Do you know where the rest of the inhabitants have gone? I'm as doggone puzzled as you are. Yes, sirree. It was weeks ago now. I'd been out and about delivering mail around Coyote Gorge, and when I got back to Devil's Ridge, the folks had all up and left. But I'm as sure that they'll be coming back real soon. That's why I've stayed here, to get their post all good and proper for them when they decide to come on home. I admire your optimism, Mr. Abernathy. Ace, since we know Mr. Wyoming visited the post office, we better take a look around it. Seems a little weird. So again, for those of you guys who didn't catch the first part of my stream, I ended up having to stop it because I was not feeling well at all. So I'm going to do my best to get all these videos out there. We shall see if I am able to do that. Ace, listen to this white granules you collect from the victim's tie straight to Viola. Oh, that's definitely not normal in this place. Hey, so I wonder what these broken pieces of cardboard once were. Let's put them back together. And I agree, this fancy truck seems very out of place here. Why don't we have a quick rummage through inside? I think that's what it said. See, I'm out of it. Okay. To Wildcat Will. This is the cover of a book called The Buckaroo's Guide to Surviving in the Wild. You're right, there's a faded inscription on the cover, and I can make out the words to Wildcat Will, but that's all. Wildcat Will, could this be referred to our victim? If so, uncovering the rest of the inscription is of the most importance, I agree. Giving up the ghost. I don't exactly know what that means. Ooh. Here's a pretty girl. Oh, maybe not. That's an interesting girl. Hey, so I don't much enjoy rifling through a person's intimate belongings, but my curiosity is certainly piqued by the oil painting portrait we found in the trunk. Let's see if we can identify this grand lady through a registry. You should definitely be smiling in your pictures, that's for sure. That does not behoove anyone not to smile in their pictures. The full inscription on the book cover reads, to Wildcat Will, this will come in useful one of these darn days. Your Pa, Jeb. Your Pa? Ace, this Jeb has to be our victim's father. Well, that's old man Jeb Wyoming's writing there. Yes, sir. He's the only other devil riggers who didn't pull up stakes and leave. Well, in that case, we better find old man Jeb and pass on the sad news of his son's demise. Okay. Nope. What's the difference between the two? Oh, maybe the nose. Franca Capecci. Interesting. Hey, so did you match the portrait you found in the post office to a woman named Franca Capecci? Oh my, this Franca is none other than the wife of Vittorio Capecci, the Italian mobster. Miss Capecci's record shows she's been living in Italy for the last few years, but it seems she's now back in Concordia, and more specifically right here in Devil's Ridge. Let's go find her. Interesting. Seeing the missus of Mr. Capecci. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hey, you, what do you think y'all doing trespassing on my property? Mr. Wyoming, we apologize for the disturbance. We're sorry to inform you that your son Will has been murdered. My son? Murdered? I knew all that trouble would finally catch up with my Wildcat Will if he left Devil's Ridge. I'll bet you all them folks who upped sticks will come to the same end. Life outside Devil's Ridge just ain't safe. That's what I always told my Wildcat Willie. Now, if y'all done snooping around, you better get. I ain't got no more time for you. So, sounds like he told everyone that they were going to leave, and Wildcat Will was trying to leave. Mrs. Capetru, I believe this trunk belongs to you. Ah, fantastico. I've been looking all over for my precious trunk. Grazie mille. Mrs. Capetru, St. Trooper are investigating a murder. A man called Will Wyoming was hanged earlier. Do you happen to know anything about his death? A murder? Mamma mia, this place is dangerous. I don't know anything about Senor Wyoming. All I care about is finding my way to my husband's hacienda. He as good as owns these lands, don't you know? But mamma mia, I must say this place is just disgustoso. Look at me, I'm sweating like a pig. How can I be expected to cook pasta in these conditions? Ace, did you hear how casually Mrs. Capecci mentioned her husband's hold over these lands? We'll definitely need to keep an eye out for the Italian mob's activities around these parts, Ace. For sure. Oh, shall. Alright. Ace, I don't know about you, but I've always been accused of being nitpicky, although I suppose fastidiousness is an attribute of my line of work. Well, I'm sure it is, dear Viola, but what does being nitpicky have to do with the white particles we extracted from the victim's bolo tie? Well, it has everything to do with it. You see, these white granules are nits, the eggs planted on the hair follicles by head lice. They confirmed that our victim's hair was pristine, which means the head lice were left on the bolo tie by his itchy, scalped killer. Eesh. When we do catch our murder Ace, try not to get too close to their lice-ridden locks. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Hey, so I haven't dealt with the hanging for a long time. It makes me feel quite nostalgic. And if it tickles your fancy, Richard, now, would you mind divulging what you discovered about our victim? Ah, yes, poor Will Wyoming. Well, first off, the pattern of his injuries confirms that this was no suicide. Wyoming was murdered in cold blood. For instance, the bloody cuts on the victim's hands and bare feet indicate that someone dragged him to the tree from which he was hanging. I also noticed alarming levels of alcohol in Wyoming's body. Whiplash, to be exact. It's really a rare brand of whiskey. I believe the killer intended to weaken Wyoming with the whiskey, and all the easier to drag him. Then Wyoming was hoisted up by a rope from below and left to hang, meaning death by slow, excruciating asphyxiation. Oh, Ju, what a terrible way to die, but at least it confirms the rope is a murder weapon. It does indeed, and what's more, the killer didn't realize that their sadistic methods left us a fine piece of evidence. You see, the only way their perpetrator would have been able to pull a man as large as Wyoming so high is by knotting ropes together to create a pulley. The pulley system would reduce the effort needed to lift Wyoming by half, allowing him to be much more easily raised. Creating such a mechanism using a rope requires a high knowledge of knotting, which makes your killer a dab hand at tying complex knots. Well, a murderer won't even be able to tie their shoelaces when we bind them in handcuffs, Ace. Ace, why would you stop by this case so far? We arrived in Devil's Ridge, a supposedly bustling train post, only to find it completely abandoned, apart from a postman, a grumpy old timer, and his hanged son. While Franca Capecci, Vittorio's wife, claims simply to be simply on her way to rejoining her husband, who apparently has a strong hold over Coyote Gorge. If any of these people harbor a motive to kill the victim, I fear we haven't yet to uncover it. Yet I am certain Ace, what's that noise? You got it, it's a wild horse. Run for your life, Ace. That seems dangerous. Alright, we'll see this in the next chapter. We'll see you guys later. This has been Pacini's 88. Over and out.